Well, I actually stopped writing the young Bond books a few years back now. And when I first stopped, well, I didn't actually stop at the time. I said, look, I want to write a book that's entirely my own stuff. So I started another series, the Enemy series. And the idea was that I might come back and write some more young Bond, but they got fed up waiting for me and managed to find an even better writer to take it on.
It's an amazing phenomenon that's kind of been built up by Charlie. And I wanted desperately to be able to say, oh, those books were no good, I can do better than that, you know, reading them and enjoying them. And but then that gives you more desire to really do them justice and do the character justice and to kind of steer him on and take him to the next place. So my interpretation will be honouring the past of the character that Charlie set up so brilliantly and just moving him onwards, really, sort of nudging him further towards the adult character in the Fleming books.
You know, what is James Bond famous for? He's famous for killing people, having sex with lots of young women, driving fast cars, smoking, drinking. Yeah, that's not really the sort of things you can have the hero of a children's book doing a lot of. But at the same time, you know, kids did come to the series with certain expectations of what they wanted James Bond to be doing. So one way or another, we managed to work them in. And there was a certain nervousness to start with from the publishers, from Puffin. I remember having a meeting after I'd delivered the first draft, and they said, well, we really like it, but does it have to be quite as violent as it is? And I said, well, you know, even a 10-year-old boy has got his expectations of what Bond should get up to. And one way or another, yeah, I worked all that stuff in, and it was quite fun. The only thing I didn't have him doing was smoking. But how about you? Have you managed to get plenty of sex and violence into yours?
Well, of course, we find out, don't we, in, is it From a View to a Kill, that he loses his virginity at 16?
And his wallet in a brothel in Paris.
Yes, so obviously that's going to be the denouement of my take on this. No. Yeah, you do find ways of you know, bringing the character, making it relevant to the target readership, while still, you know, staying true and foreshadowing elements of the adult Bond. So you know, that is part of the fun. You know his future, and you know how history unfolds, the history that he's living through as a character. So you have these absolutes, and in the meantime, you can kind of just work him into all sorts of different scrapes and adventures, and bring out different, you know, sides of his personality. What we're seeing is the gradual hardening of James, I suppose, as he kind of moves towards the Second World War and his future career in the Secret Service. So yeah, there's lots of action, violence, exotic elements in the mix, and it's been great fun to do.